Hello, my name's Chris. I'll be your guide for tonight's Learn to Meditate session. Anybody here new to Buddha House? Has not meditated before? Right, okay. So meditation is not something you actually do consciously, although we all do. It's something that we experience. And we can only experience it by putting together all the bits and pieces that we learn, and hopefully we get some sort of result, but it's not guaranteed that we'll get the result that we want every time we do it. And so that's why we practice. Meditation really means relaxing your body, slowing down your thinking mind. We do that by controlling our breathing, watching what's going on around us, standing back a little bit, looking a bit more objectively at our life and what's going past without getting involved with it, without making too many judgments about whether it's good, bad, or neutral. Somebody once said that meditation is the art of paying attention, listening to your heart, and rather than drawing from the world and going into a monastery or whatever. Meditation can help you enjoy your life more fully and more effectively and more peacefully, and you can do that in the wider world. Again, ideally, meditation is not something we do, but something we live. Our entire life can become a form of meditation. So we all know not to expect too much too soon, especially if you're new to the practice, because a practice is like any other practice, like learning a new language or a musical instrument. You'll only get the benefit if you practice. So we can't work with our mind if our body is tense and stiff and tight from all the things that we've done during the day or the effort to get here through the traffic. So we'll just try and loosen up a little by standing alongside your chair. Do a couple of freeing up movements, standing really solidly based with your feet anchored to the earth with the soles of your feet. So your feet, your legs are like tree stumps. Top of the tree is from the waist up, and that's all sort of fluid, flexible, allowing the shoulders just to lead the torso from left to right. Coming to a stop. Bring your attention to your shoulders, just rolling your shoulders forwards, upwards towards your ears, in forward direction. Up all that tension in your neck. So do that by massaging your neck with the palm of our hand. Just massage fingers and the palm of your hand. Those really tight muscles at the base of your skull. Turning your head around all day long. Side, then the other side. And then just flicking out any tension through your fingertips. Get yourselves down, get yourselves comfortable. Either on a chair or a cushion. Becomes uncomfortable on the cushion after a while, you can move on to a chair. There's no point in being uncomfortable, especially tonight with all this heat. I've got the cooler on, but if it gets too uncomfortable, I can boost it up a bit. Can you hear me at the back through the mic? Is that okay? Fine. Good. So we start with our normal mindfulness of breathing meditation. We check in with our posture to start with. Most of you are sitting in chairs, those who are sitting like me on a cushion. Just visualizing your body, the soft, gentle curve of your spine, sort of a gentle S-bend. Chin is tucked in, you're facing forward, looking down in front of your feet. Your eyes are half closed or defocused. hands resting lightly on your lap. So just checking in with your body, just checking to see that your shoulders are loose. They're melting down into your back. You're not holding them up. Feel the contact of your backside with the cushion or the chair. Contact of your feet with the floor. Just allowing the skin of your face to relax and soften. Skin of your body, again, is softening and relaxing, just settling into your own body. Now just mentally scanning your entire body from your head to your toes. And so here we're looking for any tight spots, any areas of tension or tightness. If we find any of those spots, we just direct our breathing to those areas and just allow it to relax and let go. And now just checking in with your mind and shift your thinking from the busyness of the day and all the things you've been doing in the outside world. And now you're coming into your inner world. Fully arrive, put aside all those things that happened during the day and all the plans that you have for later in the day or tonight, and just dedicate this next hour for yourself. So it's a good idea to check your motivation for wanting to meditate here in Buddha House tonight. And you may be experiencing some form of physical or mental pain or distress and looking for some relief from that. Perhaps you just want to relax, take a break from the outside world and all the distraction of everyday life. We all have a different reason for being here, and everyone's experience of meditation is quite different, quite unique to them. And so we just try and relax with an open mind and just see what happens. So now switch on your inner smile. Open your heart, soften your eyes, and guide yourself into having a kind and peaceful mind. And so your inner smile is showing kindness towards yourself and your body, and you may focus on your heart and be aware of your natural instinct for love and compassion and caring for other people. You can scan your body and send friendly messages down into your body. Open your heart and your awareness to whatever it is you're experiencing in this moment. So we can switch on our inner smile at any time that we find ourselves in a difficult or uncomfortable situation. We might be the target of somebody's anger or frustration. We could be stuck in a queue in the supermarket or stuck in the traffic, had a bad day at work, whatever it is. So this is when we can hit the pause button, save ourselves from becoming caught up in negative and harmful and hurtful emotions coming from the people around us, our workmates, our friends. So we don't react, we don't get caught up in their story. We just use our inner smile to stay calm and centered and kindly watchful. And it's been said that our untamed mind is like a boat drifting on the sea, being pushed in all directions by currents of thoughts, moods, and emotions. And so we all need an anchor to bring our restless, wandering mind under some sort of control and stop it from drifting away. So that's why we meditate on the breath, to slow down our thinking and become grounded and fixed to one spot. So the breath is a good anchor to practice with because the breath is always with you. So bring your attention to your breathing, and if you can, breathe in and out through your nose or in through your nose and out through your mouth, whatever you find to be most comfortable. You might focus on the tip of your nose and the top of your lip. And even though you can't see them, you know where they are. You can notice the coolness of the air as it comes into your nostrils and the slightly warmer air as you breathe out. So as you breathe in, just push out your belly, expand your ribs, the chest, really filling your lungs with as much air as you can take in. What's at the top of that breath before you start to breathe out. On the out breath, collapsing the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Just practice that in your own time. Belly, ribs, and chest on the in-breath. Pause. Belly, ribs, and chest on the out-breath. And then pause again. And now just switch back to your regular pattern of unforced breathing. So now we're just watching the breath as it comes and goes naturally without trying to control it or force it in any way at all. I breathe in life and energy. I breathe out peace and calm. So now notice when your mind starts wandering off the breath and other thoughts, ideas, memories, plans for the future all rush into your field of awareness. It's what we call mind wandering. It happens to all of us. And so when this does happen, and it does happen quite a lot, just say to yourself, I'm thinking, and just bring your attention back to the gentle outflow and inflow of the breath. This is how we train our mind to slow down our thinking so we can enjoy a little peace and calm in our lives. So now hopefully we've just relaxed our body a little bit with our moving meditation and our breathing meditation. And so we're going to take a closer look at what's going on inside our body as we sit here. And so today's body scan meditation will take us on a journey inside our own bodies so we can mindfully observe what's happening as we breathe in fresh life and energy into all those hidden places. And so whatever shape our body might be, we need to appreciate what an incredibly complex process is going on inside us without us having to think about it. The heart is pumping blood to nourish every living cell, and there are millions of them. While our digestive organs process everything we eat and drink, converting it into energy and getting rid of the waste. And so even the simple act of walking on two legs involves an incredibly complex range of movements from our hips down to our toes. So let's just start our body scan journey. And so we start by bringing our attention to our belly, our abdomen, and feeling the sensations in that region of your body as the breath comes into your body and the belly starts to expand. Breath. And then just watch it as the breath moves out, just following it with your mind's eye. The rising of the belly on the in-breath and the falling on the out-breath. On every out-breath, just letting go, just letting your body become heavy as it sinks deeper into the chair or the cushion. So tonight we'll pick up our body scan meditation at the base of our spine, the lower part of your back, which is a place where you feel tightness or soreness when you've been working long hours on the computer. So just bringing your awareness to your lower back and just experience whatever sensations are happening in that part of your body. And breathe into that area, direct the intake of air from your nose down through the trunk of your body and into your lower back. And on the out-breath, just letting go of any tension or tightness, just blow it out with the out-breath, up through the trunk of your body and out through your nose or your mouth. Now shift your attention to your upper back, your chest region, and again, just using your breathing to penetrate and dissolve any fatigue or discomfort you may be feeling in this area. And again, on the out-breath, letting go and sink even deeper into stillness and relaxation. Now bring your attention to the region of your heart, feeling it, if you can, inside your chest, next to your lungs, which are expanding and contracting alongside your heart. Be aware of oxygenated blood being pushed through your body every time your heart pumps, nourishing every organ, every tissue. On the out-breath, notice the natural cycle of the heart and the lungs, which purify the blood and gets rid of the waste so that we can feel refreshed and energized. And even if you can't feel these sensations directly, it's enough just to be aware of them. Now move your attention to your fingertips on both of your hands, becoming aware of any sensations in your fingertips. You may feel pulsations from the blood flow. In your fingers, your thumbs, you might feel a dampness or a warmth. Whatever it is, just noticing your fingers. And breathing into the palms of your hands, the back of your hands, your wrists. And again, picking up any pulsations of the arteries in your wrists as the blood flows to and from your hands. Becoming aware of your forearms, your elbows, and any sensations you might be picking up in these areas. And so just experiencing your body as it is, and in particular your arms, and expand your awareness to include your upper arms, your armpits, and your shoulders. And so our shoulders are a reservoir of accumulated tension and tightness and pain, sometimes neck problems as well. So just breathing into that area and noticing any sensations from your neck down to your shoulders. So our normal reaction to pain or to stress is to turn away from it, try and ignore it in the hope that it'll go away. But here we're deliberately facing up to pain and stress by focusing positive energy through the breath into those areas that causes suffering. And if we can become a little detached from our physical pain, then we can save ourselves from the mental suffering and anguish that makes our experience of physical pain much worse than it needs to be. And even if you're not experiencing pain right now, you have in the past and probably will again sometime in the future. And now become aware of your face, another part of our body that often stores accumulated tension during the course of a day. Becoming aware of your lips, your mouth, your teeth, your gums, your tongue, the roof of your mouth, the back of your mouth, your throat. Just breathing with this region and noticing the sensations of feelings inside your mouth, your lips, your cheeks as you breathe out. So just being aware of yourself as breathing goes on, and notice your eyes and your eyebrows and the space between your eyebrows and the entire region around your eyes, including your eyelids. So often there's tension in this region as well. So just letting it go on the out breath just flows out with all the stale air leaving your body. And now the forehead. Just focus your breathing on your forehead. breathing with the entirety of your face as if you were coming up from underneath, from inside, and just allowing the face to dissolve into the neutral. And so most of the time our face is busy projecting one view or another, but for now, just letting it be as it is, not working over time, just letting it be still and neutral, your own face relaxed and at peace. Now becoming aware of the back of your head, the top of your head, the entire region of your cranium, upper reaches of the skull, and breathing into this whole region and breathing out from this region. And if you can, just focus on a spot at the very top of your head, about the size of a 10-cent piece. Just letting the breath move from your nose right up through your mind's eye to the spot at the very top of your head, and breathing out from this region and right down through your nose again. And so just imagine that the spot opens up like the blowhole of a whale, and that you can breathe right through the top of your head. So breathing in and out, right through the top of your head, letting the air and the energy move right up your head and right back down into it. And so you're imagining that you're breathing from the top of your head, right through your body and out through the soles of your feet. Now breathing in through the bottoms of your feet and right up and out through the top of your head. So just be watching and allowing your breath to move in this way through the entire length of your body. All your muscles are in a deep state of relaxation. And the mind is simply aware of this flow of energy, this flow of breath, experiencing your entire body breathing. So sinking deeper and deeper into a state of well-being as we come in touch with feeling complete, feeling whole as we are. A realm in which our limitations are not confining, a realm of oneness, a realm of silence and peace. And just seeing this stillness as a form of healing. Experiencing the fullness of our life, the unlimited qualities of our life, our ability to love and care for ourselves and for other people. Being fully alive and awake in the present moment. And so now slowly coming out of the meditation in your own time. Wish to move around, have a drink, have a stretch. So those who are just starting off on the meditation practice, if you want to practice at home, I suggest you try and do 10 minutes of breathing meditation. Find a time during the day when you won't be disturbed at home, perhaps early in the morning or last thing at night. Sometimes it'll work, other times it won't work. You'd be better off just going for a walk and coming back to it later when you're feeling more relaxed. If you have a troubled mind, you feel uncomfortable with your own thoughts, then practicing alone is probably not a good idea at all. It's better to come to a session like this where you have support of other people. So I thought tonight we'd have a look at the first principle of the Buddhist psychology, which is to see the inner nobility and beauty of all people, all human beings. And so we have to believe in and then discover our own inner goodness and the goodness within others. Most of us, that requires a huge change in the way that we think of ourselves and other people. Of course, it's easy to find goodness in people who are warm and generous and caring, but the real challenge is finding goodness in those who are the opposite, angry, mean, self-centered. The American meditation teacher, Jack Kornfield, says that every time we meet another human being and honour their dignity, we help those around us. If a person is filled with panic or hatred and walks into a room, and we feel it immediately, and unless we're very mindful, that person's negative state will begin to overtake our own state of mind. Conversely, when a joyful person walks into a room, we can feel that as well. We see the goodness of those before us, the dignity in them resonates with our admiration and respect. So how do we recognise and encourage that inner goodness to shine through? So Cornfield offers the following daily practice. So just take up your meditation positions again, and I'll talk you through this one. So he says, wait for a day when you awaken in a fine mood, when your heart is open to the world. And if such days are rare, just choose the best you have. And before you start for work, set the clear intention that during the morning, you will look for the inner nobility of 3 people. Carry that intention in your heart as you speak or work with them. Notice how this perception affects your interaction with them, your own heart, how it affects your work. And then choose 5 more days of your best moods and do this practice on each of those days. After looking at 3 people a day in this way at least 5 times, just set the clear intention to practice seeing the secret goodness for a whole day with as many people as you can. And of course, you'll find some people are difficult. Save them for later. Practice first with those who have nobility and beauty that you can see most easily. When you've done this as best you can for a day, just choose 1 day a week to continue this practice for a month or 2. And finally, as you become more naturally able to see the secret goodness, expand your practice, add more days. Try practicing on days that are more stressful. Gradually include strangers and difficult people until your heart learns to silently acknowledge and bless all the people you meet. Aim to see as many beings as you can with a silent, loving respect. Go through the day as if you were the Dalai Lama undercover. So we have a meditation that will help us reinforce some of those ideas. So from all the people that you know, just select 3 people. Just imagine that they're sitting here right in front of you now. And first you choose a close friend, a relative, a partner, somebody that you really like, somebody you really care for. The second person is somebody you really dislike, somebody who causes you lots of problems. Finally, the third person is a stranger, somebody you occasionally see at the shops or at work, at the bus stop. You don't have any close contact with this person. And so starting now with your friend, and recall how great your relationship is with that person. Remember all their good qualities, all that they've done for you, and why you feel so positive towards them. And now turn to the person you dislike, the person who is not kind to you, who annoys you, makes you angry. And look carefully at this man or woman and note your feelings of animosity towards them. And then finally, turn your attention to the so-called stranger, the person that you know just a little by seeing them, but you neither like them nor dislike them. Just looking at this person and note your feelings of indifference. So now be aware that the basis for your relationship to these three different people is only what they do or what they don't do for you at this moment in time. And is this a sound basis for discrimination? And now returning to your friend and imagine a situation that would cause the relationship to end. Perhaps your friend turned against you, said something unkind about you. Feel the resentment and the disappointment. You no longer have that warm feeling that you once had for your friend. Where is your friend now? These things happen, relationships break down. The marriage made in heaven can end up in the divorce court. And so remember that this person was not your friend before you first met them. Very easily ceased to be your friend at some time in the future. Relationships have changed in the past and they'll continue to change in the future. Today's friend can easily become tomorrow's enemy. Now turn to the person who you dislike. Imagine a situation that could draw you both together. A common interest, a word of praise or kindness. Look carefully at this person and notice whether your feelings are beginning to soften. Can you learn to have warm feelings for this person? This has happened before and it will happen again in the future. So why hold on to so strongly the idea that this person is definitely your enemy now and for all time? What about the stranger? Imagine how an act of kindness or anger from this person could immediately turn them into a friend or an enemy. There is no inherent, definite stranger there. There is no sound reason for your feelings of indifference. And remember that your present friend and enemy were strangers to you before you met them. And so this current stranger could become a friend or an enemy right now. So keep these three people clearly in front of you. Think about the fragile impermanence of all these relationships. It's only your wrong belief that such feelings are solid and permanent that stops your mind from allowing the possibility of change. So your friend, enemy, and stranger all want happiness as much as you do. So in this respect, everyone is equal. Everyone has the same potential to develop their minds to the fullest and achieve ultimate clarity and compassion. So the differences we see in people are superficial, based on our mistaken and narrow self-centered point of view. But none of this means that we should not discriminate, because on a practical level, that is necessary. Naturally, we feel closer to some people, and it's wise to keep our distance from others. This is not a contradiction. The whole point of the meditation is to develop equal concern, equal regard for everyone, whether they help us or harm us at this point in time. To see that our present discrimination is often based on arbitrary, mistaken, and very changeable labels. So that's a challenge that you might want to set yourself for the next few weeks, to see whether you can break down some of the barriers that exist between you and other people, friends, enemies, strangers. And go searching for the inner goodness in yourself and other people. Now take a few moments to think kindly about yourself because you deserve it. And say quietly to yourself in your own mind, may I be filled with kindness and compassion. May I be peaceful and calm. May I know the joy that comes from living the best life that I can. Now direct that same message to someone that you care about or somebody who causes you problems in your life. May you be filled with kindness and compassion. May you be peaceful and calm. And may you know the joy that comes from living the best life that you can. And now follow your breath and let it take you home. And accept that your mind is your home. And when we meditate, we're looking for a safe place in our own mind, a place of inner silence, stillness, and peace, which we can return to every time that our lives get out of balance. Nourish yourself in a deep way and give your mind a well-deserved rest from the stress and agitation of the outside world. So as we now get ready to come out of the meditation, just switch your attention to your sense of hearing and follow the sounds of the singing bowls as they come into your field of awareness and then gently fade away. So coming out of the meditation in your own time, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.